Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, 10th day of May, 25th day of IYAR. Here we go. With Shavuos rapidly approaching, I wanted to do a fun, light topic with you today, and that is to explain, is Shavuos the holiday of cheesecake? I say that partially in jest because I think there are people out there who really believe that the mitzvah of Shavuos is like it says in the Torah, thou shalt eat cheesecake. And most of you know that's wrong. That's not exactly how it works. So let's trace back to the beginning of kind of what happened on Shavuos, and then we'll get to where cheesecake fits in. It kind of works like this. Remember that on Shavuos, that first Shavuos when the Jews were in the desert, that's the day that they got the Torah. That's like a very monumental day. I mean, incredibly monumental. That's the day that God revealed himself to millions of Jews, saying, Anochi Hashem Elokecha, I am the Lord your God, in the Ten Commandments. And that's the beginning of our religion, pretty much. Remember, by the way, all other religions do start from one man saying that he spoke directly with God and all that. But this is the revelation at Sinai on the day of Shavuos when God speaks directly to millions of Jews and they all see it and hear it. Okay, but on that day they got all the announcements of Torah, and it was like really big to them at that moment because suddenly they had a whole bunch of commandments that they had not been doing yet. All of a sudden the men had to run out and get themselves tefillin or make tefillin, and all of a sudden they had to go out and make themselves tzitzis, and all of a sudden everybody had to learn how to do kosher and all that. So that's where cheesecake starts to come in. You see, they had not been doing yet all of the laws of kosher meat, and salting it to get the blood out and rinsing it to get the blood out, and pots that were fully kosher and everything. So bammo, when Shavuos hit and God revealed himself and started to list all the mitzvos, suddenly they were in a bit of a quandary as to what to eat that day and for the next few days because their pots weren't kosher. They had not yet known about all the laws of, shchita and kosher and meat and preparing it and all that. So they didn't have any kosher pots on that first day after they got the Torah. So there was no easy way to prepare meat that day, was there? And hence it became, according to a lot of opinions, a day of Jews making it do on, well, they had man and they ate that, and any additional whatever that they wanted along with that was not going to be meat, it was going to be milk and stuff. Hence, it became a day of, that first Shavuos became a day of eating dairy things. So we commemorate that all the way down till today by eating some dairy things on Shavuos. That's one of the reasons that we eat some dairy on Shavuos. And here's the little funny thing, a very delicious dairy food is cheesecake, so people started to make a lot of cheesecakes for Shavuos because it's a day of some dairy meals and milk and cheese and whatever. And that's how Shavuos came to be known as the holiday of cheesecake. But if you look in the Torah, of course there's no description of anything like that. It barely even describes anything that I just told you. We all know this about the famous day, and we know they had issues with meat on that day, and we know that they had to have dairy along with their mun. And therefore, we commemorate it with eating some dairy on Shavuos, and that's why people make cheesecakes. But guess what? If you don't eat a cheesecake on Shavuos, you're still a good Jew. You didn't violate any mitzvahs or anything. It's just a fun, delicious thing to do on the holiday of Shavuos. Hope that makes it a little clearer. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.